What
Looking
kinds
for
of
a
places?
job is a full-time job. You have to treat it like a job. So get up in the morning, like your regular routine, take your shower, get dressed. You don't have to put your business suit on and a tie, but you should get dressed, and then go about the business of looking for your job.
So sitting around the house watching The Price is Right is not going to be...
No.
Oh, okay.
No matter how much you like that bonus,
Yeah.
no, you're not going to win it, so you may as well forget it.
Right, so it's not just networking events, but doing networking.
Yes, you know,
Make
part
your
of
own
job,
events.
Yes, you want to check your job sites, and there's a lot of different sites that you can look at depending on your line of work, on your expertise, your profession, etc. So check those websites. Send out your resumes, and you also want to check on if you've gotten any responses. You want to send follow-up notes. You want to look at and read the papers on the weekends. There's lots and lots of networking events that are available around town. And going to a networking event is not the same as going to a job fair. When you go to a job fair, there are employers that are looking to hire you, so that's where you want to bring all your resumes and your 30-second elevator speech and all those things, because that's the venue for it.
And speaking of which, Congressman Barrow had one here at the Civic Center last week.
Yes.
And people were there from Georgia Power, Savannah State University, Arizona Chemical, used to be part of International Paper, I mentioned Georgia Power, Geechee Tech,
Right.
Mitsubishi, and they were looking for, they have job openings.
Exactly.
And they're looking for, and for example, Mitsubishi Power is looking for engineers. Well, you need to get an education.
Yeah.
And one of the knocks on Savannah has been that a lot of companies don't come here because they think we have a lousy, a terribly educated workforce. The manager at International Paper a few years ago said, I got $14.50 an hour jobs that are going unfilled because people can't even fill out an application properly.
Yeah. Right, can you explain the difference between a networking event and a job fair?
Yes. A job fair, like I said, is a place where you're going to go, as Bill was saying, they have all of these employers there. They are looking for people. They are ready to hire, and they're looking for good applicants. So as a job seeker, you want to come with your polished resume, absolutely perfect, no jelly stains from breakfast, no creases, and you want to have your elevator...
Word spelled correctly would be a good idea?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, go through spell check, and spell check doesn't... You know,
No.
spell check, you
Spell
have to
check's
still
not
have
gonna
to know how to spell the word so that you can pick the right one out of the list.
Right.
So
You might have a homonym in there. You might have T-H-E-R-E instead of T-H-E-I-R.
Exactly.
Spell check isn't going to catch that.
No.
It's not going to catch a lot
if
of
it's
the
a real
grammatical
word, it's going to
errors.
leave it alone,
Yeah.
even though it doesn't fit in the
Correct.
context. So you
Correct.
really have to be, and have somebody else read your resume for you. Have someone look it
Yes.
over. So there you are, and that's a job fair. Your business there is to meet as many people as you like, as you know, jobs that you think would fit your
Right,
background.
exactly.
And you want to talk to those individuals and kind of do the soft sell, but I am the best thing since sliced bread, etc. So that's a job fair. Now, when you go to a business after hours, you're not going to come loaded up your arms with your resumes. This is not, and some people actually do that.
Yeah.
And so it's a
good turnoff
social
right there. Yeah.
event for business people looking to make connections, just to meet new people. So you want to go there with, now if you want to have a few resumes tucked in your portfolio that you've got with you, that's great, but you're not
Somebody
going to have
asked
them
for
on your arm. The other thing you would need to do is you need to have a card, like a business card. And you can get these for free. I looked on the web this morning. There's a company called Vistaprint. Will give you 500 free business cards.
Yep.
And you probably have to pay for the postage, the shipping, but
Yeah.
that's it. A nice card, very plain, with maybe a little graphic, no flowers, no puppy dogs, no, you know, any of this kind of stuff. With your name on it, your, whatever your last title was, or your area of expertise, all of your contact information, your email address, etc. And on the back, if you like, you can put areas that you really have, you know, things that are hot buttons today,
Right.
like IT or graphic design or whatever it is, but that's something that is very marketable now that you can do. So now you have your business card. So you are on par with these professionals.
And don't list 10 different things.
No.
People
No,
think you're
you-
the proverbial jack of all trades, master of none.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How can you introduce yourself and start a conversation without appearing desperate?
Well, this is something I saw back in Augusta years ago, and I've never forgotten it. I went to a business after hours, and there was a guy who was looking for a job. Well, we didn't know that because he had on his name, you know, everybody gets a name tag. So you say, what do I put on my name tag? Because I don't have a business, because they usually put the company you work for. So he would put his name, and then he put EIT, E period, I period, T period. And so he would go up and shake hands and go, "Hi, how you doing?" And say, "Oh, EIT, what does that stand for?" And he says, "Well, it actually stands for Executive in Transition." And
neat.
it was a cute way of
way to
saying,
get the
it doesn't
confidence.
say I'm not, and everybody would laugh because it was funny. So right away you've got a friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and you can start talking about, say, "Oh my gosh, so what kind of job are you looking
Good
for?"
icebreaker.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Or you can put something like, if you were a registered dietitian, RDSO, and that stands for Registered Dietitian Seeking Opportunities. So make it,
Right.
make it fun, and then don't just use your elevator speech, because a lot of times elevator speeches don't really make a lot of sense. And you can say, "Oh, well, really nice, how did you come to Savannah," or whatever. You can say, I'm here, I'm new to Savannah, or I'm new in the job market, and I just wanted to meet as many professionals as I could to see what the marketplace is in Savannah. So you don't want to jump in and say, "Oh, I'm looking for a job. Do you know if anybody's got a job?" Because right away you're desperate. So then after you have a conversation, you have a business card to give them, very professional. They have all your contact information, something they can hand off to someone else. And do a lot of listening. Do a lot of listening. Find out as much as you can about what's
Very good.
going on.
Thank you, Mary.
Appreciate
That's
it. Mary
great.
Nestor Harper and checking in with us right here on Ageless Radio, brought to you by people like All My Sons Moving and Storage. You can find them at allmysons.com, and Brighter Day Foods, you can find them at brighterdayfoods.com, or at the south end of Forsyth Park. That's where the tennis courts and some of the free parking is. We don't like to mention free parking a lot because it might give the city too many ideas. Right here on Ageless Radio, coming up, more on how to get jobs and stuff, right here at the big one, News Radio 1290 WTKS.